Next up on the Traxxas Truck Series brings us to Kansas Speedway. It's the running of the Driven2Honor 200. Now, for those of you who don't know what Driven2Honor is, it is a, excuse me, a charity started up by the Camping World Truck Series driver Jennifer Jo Cobb. So Jennifer Jo, if you are watching this race is for you, sweetheart. And why do I pick Kansas Speedway? Because Kansas is her home state. That is why Kansas Speedway is the home of the Driven2Honor 200 in the Traxxas Truck Series. Here comes the command to fire them up here at Kansas, by the way.
Drivers, start your engines!
And that's the command to fire the motors up. On the pole for the race today is Zed Weinstein, number 88, alongside of him, number 5, Mike Becker. Row 2, Cheyenne Kloss, our winner at Martinsville and at Kentucky. Here at row 2. Alongside of Cheyenne is Alex Heinz in the 98. Row 3 has Nancy Soltave in the 32 and the 08 of David Chung. Row number 4 has Theo Stegall in the 11 and the 1 of Joel McDowell, our winner at Talladega. "21 laps around the stretch track here today at Kansas Speedway. Pace truck moves out of corner number 4. Field will be led by the hands of Zed Weinstein, number 88, truck for Thor Sport Racing. And we're racing at Kansas. Three wide racing already, and then for the second place position here. Boy, Nancy Soltave and Cheyenne Kloss actually touching coming out of turn number 2. But it is Zed Weinstein jumping out in front. Nancy Soltave runs in second position now. Theo Stegall running third. As the field comes out of corner number 4, and it'll be Weinstein leading the first lap, number 88 Menards Toyota. The bright yellow fella in this series, I guess you might say. And for those of you who don't know that too, that's Nadu 1064, a.k.a. Brock Beard's nickname for Paul Menard for the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. But the Menards Toyota running very strong right now, but here comes Nancy Soltave closing in. Theo Stegall running in third position. Fourth is now Stephen Acosta in the 15 for Panhandle Motorsports. Jeremy Soltave running in 5th, number 30. And boy, Soltave, that's Nancy Soltave, that is in the 32, the Miguel Paludo truck for Turner Motorsports. She took the lead, but only briefly, because here comes Theo Stegall in the 11, getting it now from Nancy. Theo Stegall, by the way, the winner at Rockingham earlier in the season. The Good Sam Roadside Assistance Toyota for Red Horse Racing. Weinstein's been shoved back to about the 4th position now. Cole Daly in the 9. That white Chevrolet, he runs in he's made his way up in the top 10. He's up now making his way to the top 5 as Stephen Acosta in the 15 moves Theo up the track, and Stephen now goes into the lead. Another Acosta moving her way up through the field. That's Taylor Acosta in the 17. And she's made her way up in the 4th position, trying for 3rd now on Zed Weinstein, our pole sitter. Charles Sampries following right there in the 3 truck. And the race sponsor's truck right there is Adrian Becker. That's the Jennifer Jo Cobb Racing truck. The Driven2Honor Ford. And Adrian now moving inside for the lead here, but now Stephen Acosta still out in front here after 6 laps in the books. Or 5 laps in the books, excuse me. 5 down in the books, and that's 16 to go. Meanwhile, Adrian Becker in a 10 truck, she's moving her way into 2nd place now. Maybe to try to put the Driven2Honor Ford out in front in the Driven2Honor 200. So we'll see if she can or not. 01 of Robbie Bogues, he's got other thoughts about that. And number 01 Dodge. Off of corner number 2 they come. Maddie Carden is 07. She's made her way up through the field too. She's up to the 4th position now, trying to get past 33 of Nicholas Guerrera. Nicholas driving for Eddie Sharp Racing. But I tell you, look at Adrian Becker diving inside, and here she comes the inside of Stephen Acosta. But I tell you, Robbie Bogues is trying his best to not let the Jennifer Jo Cobb truck lead a lap here at Kansas, and he's got the inside grip, so it doesn't look like it will lead a lap at Kansas. Don't look like it will. And he's moved Adrian up high now, and here comes Robbie Bogues the inside for the lead, and he's got it coming out of turn number 4. And being shoved by the 07 of Matty Card. Well, just some great racing at Kansas thus far. 8 laps down in the books, 13 to go. And Roy Vanderby in the 81. It's the David Starr truck running in the second position now, trying for the lead on Matty Card. Here comes, he moves Matty up high. And Katie Webb in the 50. She got awful close to winning at Talladega, only to be snookered on the final lap by first Robbie Bogues and then by the one of Joe McDowell. Oh! Trouble! Roy Vanderby's crashed! Roy Vanderby got shoved up high by the, I think it looked like Robbie, no, it was Matty Card. Take a look in replay. Mike Becker shoved Roy Vanderby up high. Roy goes up, moves up, hits Matty Card. And boy, Roy was like a hard hit. And Matty, I think, didn't come out with much damage to her truck. And into the 73 of Dylan Young he goes. Now watch. Whew! David Chung was touched by an angel. He missed that. He didn't miss that, but he missed that truck not 6 inches. Whew. But yeah, Matty Card's going to have some words with Roy Vanderby. He blatantly put Matty into the wall. I mean, it was just out of nowhere. On board with Roy Vanderby in the 81. This is going to be nasty. That was the scrape. That was the scrape by the 73 of Dylan Young. Back to green flag racing here. Roy Vanderby, who was leading on that caution, has now fallen back to the back of the field. So, but either way, it's Mike Becker now in front, number 5 truck. He's the leader of the race here with now 7 laps to go, 6 to go when it comes to stripe. Katie Webb, she's looking for her first win of the season in that 50 truck. She's been close a couple times. You remember Rockingham, she had the race won, then got held up by a lap truck and cost her to win there. Mike Becker, he's right there in the points chase, points hunt himself in that 5 truck. And he needs a win to try to get himself into the points chase. But Katie Webb's got other thoughts about that. Here she comes to the inside of Mike Becker. And it's Dodge on the inside, Ford on the outside. And Katie Webb's going to take the lead, come out to number 4. And we have now 5 laps to go at Kansas in the Driven2Honor 200. Speaking of Driven2Honor, there's the truck itself, Adrian Becker, but moved up the track by the 2 of Kyle Matthews driving for Brendan Gaughan. Becker to second, but only briefly because Kyle Matthews in the 2 truck takes the spot away, followed by Nicholas Guerrera in the 33, Stephen Acosta in the 15. They're all getting into it. Katie Webb, you know those driving with one eye out front and one eye on the rearview mirror. Because Kyle Matthews is leading a snarling pack of trucks. 4 laps to go. And Kyle Matthews, he's looking for his first win of the season as well in that 2 truck, the South Point Chevrolet. Part of that 2 truck team for Brendan Gaughan. The other truck is a Toyota, strangely enough. There it is. Number 62, that's Joshua Osborne. Winner of, I think, 4 races this season, I believe. Osborne up to 7th place right now. But the laps start clicking off. We're down to 3 laps to go here at Kansas. Steven Acosta in the 15 trying the inside of Kyle Matthews. Tell you, they keep racing like this, though, that may help Katie Webb in the 50 truck. May help her get her first win. 2 laps to go. Jeremy Solte running 3rd. 4th is now Cole Daly. He's got the Chevron Joshua Osborne in the 62. But Steven Acosta in the 15 truck, he's closing in on Katie Webb, looking for that number 1 spot. This time might be the white flag. Who will it be in the Driven2Honor 200? Jeremy Solte dives inside of Steven Acosta, and Katie Webb once again pulls away just a slight. White flag waves, 1 lap remaining. Who will it be at Kansas? Boy, Jeremy Solte, he's closing. It's got Cole Daly got on the inside of Jeremy for number 2. Can Katie Webb hold them all off on the last lap of the race? Solte, he's closing right in that 30 truck. But it's not going to happen. Coming off of corner number 4 they come. Here, after several times trying, she's been second too many times, but not this time. Katie Webb wins the Driven2Honor 200 at Kansas. Finally gets her first win of the season. And that number 50 truck is unsponsored, by the way, so Katie Webb gets her very first win of the season of her career in the Traxxas Truck Series. 2nd to Jeremy Solte, 3rd to Cole Daly, 4th to Mike Becker. That's going to help him in the points. Taylor Acosta, good run for her, finishes 5th. And here's the finishing runner here. Average speed 134.920. And here's the finishing order for you right there. Katie Webb wins the race here today. Then Jeremy Solte, Cole Daly, Mike Becker, Taylor Acosta, Steven Acosta. So the battle of Acosta's for 5th, and Taylor beats Steven out. Jeremy Solte 7th, Joshua Osborne 8th, Maya Clark 9th, and Wes Riddle finishes 10th. Zed Weinstein, Robbie Bogues, Elijah Koufax, Kyle Matthews finishes in the 14th position, Alex Hines 15th, then Nicholas Guerrero, Charles Sanford, Adrian Becker 18th, Dylan Young 19th, and points leader Cheyenne Kloss comes on 20th. That's going to hurt her in the points chase. She didn't need that finish. And some big names down there. Jeannie Sanford finishes 21st. Just there. Went down to Sam Young in 28th position. Charles Jackson, due to a crash, out of the race. So my mistake, I said it was Roy Vandervue that crashed. It was not Roy Vandervue. It was actually Charles... No, wait a minute. Whatever it was. Yeah, it was Roy Vandervue that crashed. Charles Jackson, I think, somehow he crashed out of the race himself. But here it is. But there she is. Katie Webb takes the win here at Kansas in the Driven2Honor 200. Great win for Katie, to say the least here. Cheyenne Kloss keeps the points lead, but look at the lead now. 1 point with 3 races remaining on the season. You cannot get any closer than that. Here, Cheyenne Kloss with the lead. Nancy Solte is 2nd place in the points right now. Alex Hines 3rd. Mike Becker 4th. Joshua Osborne's 5th. Then Theo Stegall 6th. 7th. Maya Clark 8th. Solte, Katie Webb up to 9th. So my mistake, she's actually got 2 wins on the season, not 1. So yeah, anyway. Adrian Becker is in 10th place in the points in car number 10. Nicholas Guerrero down in 20th position points. Gavin Bree 35th right now. And there's the rest of the order. Next race on our tour, Martinsville, the running of the Kruger 200. Don't miss it.